and they'll drive that engine out onto their yellow turntable, and it'll spin. And then what they'll do is they'll take that turntable, and then it'll travel all the way down. You can see the rails until it hits what we call the blue mile. And if you ever seen the movie The Green Mile, and so what it does, and then that engine, that remote control that's on the hoist, we just drive it down that rail, and we go all the way down to the end, and we can put it into cell 4, or we can put it into cell 3. You see that red light blinking? I don't know if you can down there. That means they got fuel on, so they're probably down there running.
Yeah, I thought he said something about ready to do it.
That's probably about 30,000 pounds, maybe 32,000 pounds. That the whole engine, test adapter, and everything weighs. And that's a Pratt & Whitney 2037 that goes on the Boeing 757, and it puts out 37,000 pounds of thrust.
You just said that on camera.
That's okay. It's good. That way you'll have the info on it.
Don't say hello to YouTube yet,
Well, what's up, YouTubers? So, Ken, how much does that engine weigh?
That's about probably about 32,000 pounds. The engine itself is probably about 10 to 12,000 pounds. The test adapter, the blue piece on top is about 10,000 pounds, and then your test adapter, the brown piece with the cowling, is probably about another 10,000 pounds. So when we call it a pick. If you're going to pick up or lift something, that would be a 32,000 pound pick. Now, with the test adapter on, the only other thing they got to do is install the bell, what we call the bell mount, or on wing it would be the nose cowl. And you see those hanging on the walls all over the place. That's the white ring things on the wall over there. You see one hanging right, I won't get in your video, but you see one hanging right here. That's a bell mount. And so that bolts up to the front of the engine. Oh, it's coming at you now.
$millions worth of hardware.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of money sitting right there. Thanks, Jimmy. And it puts out about 60,000 pounds of thrust. And so that FN is where you're measuring that.
See the FN right there. And then this is our fuel flow. That tells you how many pounds of fuel you're using per hour at whatever power setting you have it at. Those are the kinds of things. And then MOP, we want to make sure that the engine gets plenty of oil for lubrication. And then this is the fan speeds at the inside of the engine. There's actually two separate sections of the engine that spins separately of each other. So we watch that too.
So we spoke a lot about the HPC, or the compressor. Remember how fast we talked about it moved? 10,000 RPM? That's the N2. That's what you would see right there on the N2.
It's the RPM. That's how fast it's spinning per minute right now. 6,570 RPMs.
And that's an idle.
Yes, at idle. So right now you're running 352 degrees Celsius. Your fan that we talked about that makes all that thrust is spinning at 868 RPM. Your N2 is spinning at 6,573 RPM. Right now, just sitting at idle, it's putting out 2,424 pounds of thrust push. So you think you'd be comfortable taking that thing up the takeoff power?
Yeah.
Gary's gonna show you how to do it.
Yeah. Let me show you. Just remember, an engine is just like a lady. You're going to treat her very gently. So, because she can hurt you. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, so when you go to push up, you just push real easy, okay? And I'm going to be standing right here, all right? And just remember, you go up easy, and you come back easy, all right? So if you want to
Put your
reach
hand up.
Yeah.
Just push nice enough.
No, easy, easy.
Yes.
It's easier instead of grabbing it. Just push it.
Use your
Just push it
finger.
with a couple fingers, slowly, nice and slow. Just push it up, nice and slow. Over here, the
You
engine.
can see your numbers on the screen.
Put your numbers.
And let him know there's a stop, so he can't
Oh,
go
yeah.
too far.
Yeah, we've got the stop settings.
We're gonna go about max. You hear the engine?
Hear it, huh? I hear it.
Oh, that's good.
So you're already at
Nice and
power.
smooth. Nice and smooth. Am I doing it right?
Yes, sir. You're
Almost
doing
there.
great.
Okay, that's very good.
Here, max power.
You hear it?
That's where you'd be at takeoff, going down the runway.
37 knots.
Yeah.
What's your thrust we're sitting at?
So our thrust, we're at
57,000.
yep, 57,000.
How much fuel you burning?
Your pounds per hour. You're up to 20,000 pounds of fuel per hour.
So if we did that math, and fuel is 6.72 pounds per gallon, that's a lot of fuel.
We got a calculator, so we
Yeah.
can do it fast.
Outside.
We had a gallon, and a 1.5 seconds.
Not as loud up here as it is down there.
You want to pull back? Nice and slow.
Nice and slow. Just like that. You're doing great. You're natural. That's right. It's pretty cool, huh?
You gotta look that way for the camera.
Yeah.
What do you think? So, now I got a question for you. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Alright.
What's your favorite airline now?
Delta.
There we go.
Nice job.
All right.
That's a new operator, huh?
Yeah, man. Hey, he's got the touch. He knows what he's
This
doing.
cups are
Good.
right behind those monitors.
Dustin, I got another question for you.
No, no.
How are you with noise?
Good.
If we gave you a lot of ear protection, do you think you could sit out there with the engines at idle?
Sure.
I'll be right there with you.
You'll be right there.
Just idle.
I've been working around airplanes a long time, over 20 years, and you'll be perfectly safe right there. I'll be right there with you. Okay? You want to do it?
If you want to
You don't have to.
I want to do it.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
You get a feeling of how powerful it is because you can feel the sound waves coming from the engine. It's pretty intense.
Alright.
But you don't have to by any
I'm gonna
means.
do it.
Okay. All right.
Just keep it idle.
Yeah, but
Just keep popping.
That was pretty smart.
Yes, sir. No problem.
So,